Hello everybody and welcome back. So you guys know every video I post thus far has been channeled by spirit. And so truth be told, I have no idea what the fuck I said in those videos. But today's video is not really channeled. This is all me, and you can take it or leave it, but we're gonna discuss shadow work. And I'm just gonna walk you through how I face my shadows now compared to how I would have then. And I'm gonna try to keep this short and sweet, but it's me, and sometimes I fucking talk too much, but I'm gonna do it, okay? So, I have this lovely deck here. I don't even remember if I've ever showed you guys this deck, so bear with me if you've seen this deck before. And if any cards stick out to you, go ahead and let me know those in the comment. Remember to like, share, and subscribe if I don't say it at the end. So, here we are. And this is something that I have been challenged with over the past, it's September, since April. Okay. And I don't even know how to describe this shit. So for me personally, and I'm gonna zoom in here so you guys can really see these cards. For me personally, my journey has been more about dealing with my mother cord, right? And if you know me outside of this, then you understand what I'm talking about. And for those of you who don't, just understand that my biggest obstacle in my journey has been dealing with mother issues, no matter how they come about. So whether it's directly with her or with someone else whose actions mimic her. And since April, I have been dealing with quite a few people who have mimicked my mother. Now, that's not to say I hate my mother, okay? Because that's not what I'm saying. It's what I've been through that I don't agree with, that I don't like. And so it's been difficult over the years, but I've finally come to a place where I feel better in my responses to those shadows versus how I used to react. Now, I'll give you an example. So, when I was 17, leaving off to college, perfect card to say that. I went I went on my vision quest. I was going off to college. So the day before I left, I went to the laundromat, washing my clothes, and I came home and I wasn't done washing all of my things. So I had to go back to the laundromat, okay? And I shit you not, I don't know what happened. All I know is I walked in to get the rest of my shit to wash, and she just started hitting me, even choking me. And I was grateful that my older brother was there. Well, one of my older brothers, the one I'm 11 months apart with. I'm grateful he was there because he got her off of me. And then he took me back to the laundromat. And I honestly don't know to this day why she did what she did. I just know I reacted in the worst of ways. I literally, oh my God, I think I fought her back, but in a way to, one, protect myself, but not hurt her, if that makes sense, because I know me, I'm crazy. And so I would have treated her like a straight enemy if I hadn't known who the attacker was. And I literally, the next day, like I've never received an apology even to this day, but I don't care that I haven't received one. I've forgiven her for a lot of those instances, right? But the next day I left for college, she said not one word to my father, to my grandmother. She said not one word about it. And me and my brother are looking at her like, is she fucking crazy? Because you just tried to fucking kill me yesterday, less than 24 hours. And I just remember I got to school, and once they left, I made this commitment that I was not going to go home and visit my family at any point in time during school. I was going to travel. I was going to avoid it. I was just going to live my best life that I didn't feel I got to live while living there. And so anytime she would like pop up, because I wouldn't call home either, I would get so irritated and so pissed off. And then it would just turn into like this, like the energy just felt fucked up. And it wasn't until I went on my spiritual vision quest that I had to face a lot of those demons, right? And I had to come home to myself, really, and forgive myself for allowing that to happen, for not setting better boundaries. Now, you know, every culture is different. Every household is different. So I don't expect everybody's parents to be the same way. But I had to forgive myself. And that was the part I was missing. It was forgiving myself, because I could forgive somebody very easily. I just cut them off at the same time because I don't feel I need to exchange any energy with that person. And so back then, I used to respond in the wildest of ways. Like I would go off on a person, I would fight, I would punch, I didn't care, okay? Everybody fucking got it. I don't care how old you were. If you couldn't respect me, I wasn't gonna respect you. That's where I was, okay? But now, now, I don't react that way. Thank God, because I'd probably be in fucking prison. Now I can take the lessons as they are, and then I get to decide how I'm going to respond or react, versus before I used to just react. There was no response. There was no healthy response. Now I get to decide, and I decide based on the soul of a person rather than their actions, how I'm going to, you know, move forward. And since April, between trying out dating and meeting new people, I have realized that I still have to work on this mother cord. And I'm constantly working on it, okay? The healing isn't overnight, right? Nobody's healing is. It took more than that to, you know, incur the damage. It takes a lot to actually heal it too. And it takes the right mindset. So now I just, you know, I look at it like, well, that person has the problem. It's not actually my problem, right? So when a person is critical of me, obviously they see some reflection of themselves that they need to work out for themselves. And that's okay. That's not my problem, right? They're not paying me to help them. So I'm not. Like, that's where I'm at, because I don't have to exchange my energy with someone who can give two fucks about how I feel. Okay? But as of late, between men and women, I have learned that I have this low tolerance for backhanded disrespect. Okay? I have this low tolerance for just bullshit. I'm gonna just put it that way. I have a low tolerance of it. And before, I used to fight. I would just fucking fight you, right? I'd cuss you out, fight you, whatever. Now I'm like, you don't have to be in my life, so I'm okay with that. Deuces, right? And then I pray for that person to get whatever healing they need. Okay, so because I can see it from both ends. Now I'm a little bit more empathetic, because sometimes that person might be struggling with something, and it doesn't mean you have to like completely be friends with that person. It just means that you have to look at the bigger picture, right? And that's okay. It's okay to look at the bigger picture. It's okay to explore all the perspectives. What's not okay is if you choose to react in such a way that it disturbs your peace. Like that's not okay. That's not okay. And I used to react that way. I used to just let everything disturb my peace. So I was angry a lot, and it took some years before I became less angry. But now when I'm dealing with people, and again, this is probably since like March, April, I've learned that, okay, they have their issues. It's not mine to take on. However, that vibration that they're giving off, that energy that they're giving off, rubs me so in such a negative way that as of late I have been breaking out in hives due to the fact that it drains me and my battery is just low, right? My social battery is just fucking low. And I have to hurry up and leave and hurry up and retreat and go home so that I can kind of come back to myself and like get prepared for the next day if I have to see clients or anything like that. And I'm saying all this to say that you get to choose who's in your circle. You get to choose who you interact with. And I'm choosing not to interact with those people. Now, that means I have to change some of the way that I do business and the way that I encounter new people in my life. So be it, right? I deserve peace just like anybody else. You deserve peace too, okay? I've witnessed my own mother, put me down in the most backhanded of ways and expect me to just still respect her in that manner. No, you got to earn it. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay if I don't trust people 100% when I meet them. You just meet them, right? And you get to determine after that if you are gonna, engage with that person as you move forward. So with that comes dealing with critics. So my mother was very critical. Like whether she owns that or not, that's on her. This is my perception. She was very critical. Okay. It was, you got to have a 9-to-5. Corporate tried to kill me. Fuck that 9-to-5. Right. And then it was, oh, you're a fraud, blah, 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 blah. All right, I'll be that if that's what you want me to be, but I know I'm not, right? So I don't have to own that. It's just that she wanted me to entertain it. I don't have to entertain everything that woman says, right? I don't have to entertain anything anybody says. I choose who I engage with. I choose who I react to, who I respond to. And as of late, I've just chosen that, I sleep at night, right? So if my work and my, being disrupts somebody else's peace, then that means they ain't supposed to be around me. And I'm totally okay if they're not. I'm totally okay if I continue to walk in peace and I can just ignore the critics. Because here's the thing, you got 3 different types of critics, okay? The first ones are the ones who will help you build you up. They will help build you up. They will tell you the good, the bad, and they'll give you antidotes, right? And I like to think that I'm that type of person, because when other small businesses come to me, or if they if I'm friends with people who run their own business and do readings and everything, I'm the first to tell them like, hey, you're supposed to be doing this. Why aren't you doing it? And they go, I was thinking about that and you just gave me confirmation. I'm like, yes, bitch, do it. Right. I'd like to think that, I'm in that first category. Those people matter because those are the people that are helping you move your ship, right? They're the ones that's helping you stay afloat and move you forward. But then you have a second group of people who might be in a whole nother industry, might be doing something else, but always got something to say about what you're doing, right? They can go away, right? You don't have to entertain them. What you do is you shift your circle. Now, if you work with these people, that's one thing, but like you just shift your circle, right? Then you have the last group of people who have absolutely nothing going for them. Like nothing, right? They just want to be in your business because they don't want to take care of their business. You have those people. And those are the people I like to tell to fuck off. They can get fucked. They can choke. That's them people. That's what I used to do. Now I'm like, okay, you're behind me for a reason. Right? So when you step your game up and you get to a level where you're actually benefiting me, we'll talk. Until then, you can take your bullshit and kick rocks, right? And those are the people who will drag your spirit down the lowest. Now, when I say they have nothing going for them, I mean that they abandoned their dreams or they don't know where they're going. They're just lost and they want everybody to be lost with them, okay? Those are the people that will drag you down the most. Don't let them disturb your peace. Don't let them shake your waters up, right? Don't let them on your boat. That's your boat. And you only want people on there who are for you and who are going to help keep you afloat and get you to a safe harbor, and so that you can regroup and restock and things of that nature and then keep moving. You want those people. That's the first group, right? The second group is hit or miss because a lot of times they're criticizing you because they wish they could start their goals. So there's a little bit of envious in there, but like that's okay, right? But you still don't have to entertain it. Those ones in the last group are the ones that will try to tear you apart. I ain't got such time for those people, okay? And so, with that being said, I am changing up the way I do things because I've had some of these people come at me with the utmost disrespect in the most backhanded of ways. And they still want me to do business with them. No. Okay? That won't fucking happen. And so I'm changing some things that I do, some things that I offer. And I'd like you guys to know that, and most of you do know, that if I can't help you, I will send you someplace that can. So I'm going to pull one, a final card here so you guys have something to part with, okay? I do like to send you guys someplace where you can receive assistance that I may not be able to give you. Now, there's a person who comes to me, and I know they only dish out backhand respect, or like backhand disrespect, I should say. I'm not going to work with that person. Not all money is good money to me, okay? I'm going to send them somewhere where they can get whatever they need. They will not get it from me, okay? Because I don't believe all money is good money. I don't think money is the root of all evil, so don't get it twisted. I just think that there's some people you do not want an energy exchange with, so I'm not going to take their money, okay? Just to give them more room to do more damage. I'm not doing that, okay? So that being said, your final card here is this. All right. And here's the channel part. Just go with it, right? Like just go with your own flow. It's your river, it's your boat. This is your Nile. You get to go and move at a pace that works for you, right? Nothing can disrupt that unless you allow it to. So remember, this is about boundaries. This is about setting your own standards and your code of ethics. And if someone comes into that and they can't abide by that, then they gotta go. Okay, you don't have time anymore to waste energy on things that cause you restlessness. You don't have time for that. What you have time for is things that, motivate you and push you to grow, and allowing you to feel, and allowing you to feel healthy, like in a healthy way. Not that's gonna downgrade you or what's the word, degrade you or whatever. You don't want any of that. You want to feel empowered. Right now, this is not a message of toxic positivity. I don't want you to think that, because there's always a positive and a negative and a neutral. Okay, there's three sides to all of it, and you have to learn to navigate it with the knowledge that you have. And if you need more knowledge, don't be afraid to reach out for that. Right, so like if the banks of your river are overflowing and you need support, make sure you have a good tribe around you. If you don't, then you have to reevaluate. So a lot of this is just, allowing yourself to take form, and that's okay. You can take form however you need to take form, because what you do ain't nobody else's business but yours. Okay, that being said, have a really awesome week. Remember to like, share, subscribe, comment, please. I'd like to know what cards stood out to you guys the most. And I wish you all the brightest of blessings.